I'm going to cut the bullshit with this review. Legend of the Galactic Heroes is a solid 9 to 9.5 out of 10. Even though the anime is old as fuck, being made in the late 80s to early 90s, it has a story and characters that hold up well into today. Hell, even one of the characters is the ancestor of everyone's fucking favorite tsundere, Asuka. But that's not what makes Legend of the Galactic Heroes so good. Legend of the Galactic Heroes manages to become the anime equivalent of a true Star Wars in a way that Star Wars could not. While Star Wars focused on the exploits of a young farmer boy and his space wizard shenanigans to defeat the evil space wizards, Legend of the Galactic Heroes instead focuses on the history of a war, and the cost of that war upon both the greatest leaders that are remembered for it and the common folk and soldiers who must suffer through it. Because this anime covers the entirety of the turning point of this galactic war and the consequences of it, you are in for a 110 episode slugfest. It is no seasonal, but it is no One Piece. And to be frank, it uses those 110 episodes extremely well. It covers pretty much everything that you would need to know. You don't need to know how every fucking little spaceship's thrusters work or what kind of things that the guns use. What you do need to know is the political and economic shenanigans that got people to the way that they are. Because fundamentally, this is a show about history. You cannot show to the proverbial hoes this anime because you will not be able to show them some kind of cool fights or some kind of fucking hot looking dudes. Except for maybe the blonde twink. There is a blonde twink in this, and the goal of this entire series is to obliterate said blonde twink, but I'll come back to that later. It has lots of fucking nerd ass shit that only someone that would be in history or political economy would really enjoy. And with me being a reviewer, also being a political economics student, of course I would fucking enjoy this. However, you don't need to be a political economic nerd in order to enjoy this show. It's characters that make you fucking soy jack, and also has characters that make you think, dude, what the fuck, while also understanding, yeah, no, they have a fucking good reason to do this. You will be angry, you will be sad, you will be happy. It is something that made me go through the full spectrum of emotions, and although I did not cry like in Say a Silent Voice, I still shed manly tears for everyone involved. The show, although being lighthearted at times, is fundamentally serious. War is hell, terrorism is hell. The compatibility between the ideologies of democracy and autocracy is a philosophical hell that all the characters have to deal with at some point. And in this, you see that the writing, although it's not the most deep nor the most politically engaging, really makes the viewer think about the subjects of the show long after they've watched it. It is a show that, although is not the complete 21-course meal of the debate of economic and political thought, it is a very good sampling platter for viewers to jump off of in order to come to their own conclusions and their own philosophies. Anyway, enough nerd-ass talk aside, the space fights are pretty good. No, it's no Expanse, no, it's no fucking Star Wars, but what this show nails down is that sheer sense of skill that comes to galactic conflict. And even though, yeah, the tactics are kind of bogus in my opinion, they're the kind of things where you're like, yeah, no, it makes sense. That's why he managed to outmaneuver the other guy to victory. In summary, 10 out of 10 story, 9 out of 10 characters, and 8 out of 10 fights, but I gotta give it a pass because fundamentally this is an old show that had to deal with limited budget. It's something that if you're ever interested in war or any kind of politics or just, you want to see the ancestor to Asuka Langley Soryu, I don't even know if I fucking pronounced it right, please give this one a watch. I'm begging of you. I'd have no one to fucking talk about this to.